Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Doctor in a Bikini, the first episode of me on the road in video form. Hello, I just got back to the hotel room. It's nice because we started Tech Week with not being on a bus, so I have been spoiled with being in my own room the first, what day is it? The fourth day? Yeah, 4 days. So plot twist, bus life kind of starts early tonight because apparently, since we're in the middle of an ice storm, you heard that Arizona girl in the middle of an ice storm, which actually is not that bad. It's actually really nice outside. Um, Apparently, there was some sort of pipe issue or city issue. So we have no working water. So tonight was supposed to be a wash your hair night because I was like, I'm gonna be fresh for my first night on the bus, and it looks like that's not happening. So I have a bunch of water bottles, and I will be brushing my teeth, washing my face, and trying to take somewhat of a shower with my water bottles. Because if you've tuned into previous episodes, some of the fun features of my soon to be bus life include you can't use the water on the bus, it's not potable, which means you can't shower, you can't uh, brush your teeth, and you can't poop on the bus. So you got to do that at the venue. Oh, and if you're on video, check out my new sweatshirt. I got to show you the back. I got to show you the back. Hold on. Boom. I don't know if I got it all in the video shot, but it says live from Hollywood. I am so stoked. I literally, gosh, I guess from the top, because I've been asking people on Instagram if you want to submit your questions along the way. The next episode will be on the bus, so you'll be able to see my living quarters when I'm there. But for now, I'm in my hotel room. So, yeah, I guess off with the first question. I literally thought I saw a bug on my sheet and I about died because I'm between like two beds right now. Anyways, all good. False alarm. So the living conditions starting tomorrow, once we go through the show, because tomorrow's the first show day, we will load up onto the bus. So I think I want to say the show ends at like 9 or 9:30 at night by the time they're done with the meet and greet VIP stuff. So we end up loading onto the bus, I think at like 11 o'clock at night, which means after the show, I will work on the dancers, whatever they need, and then basically we pack up super, super quick and we get on the bus and then we head to our next location. So, yeah, I will see what that looks like. I'll keep you posted. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, it's all of the shenanigans, or you can type in Doctor in Bikini. Same with TikTok, YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to all of the platforms if you don't already. And while you're at it, and I'm on the topic, if you could leave me a rate and review and share this podcast with a friend, I would appreciate you so, so much. I am really trying my best to document stuff every single day without looking like a weirdo or feeling like a weirdo. And so far, it's going pretty good. I feel like it's been such a fun Tech Week experience. And Tech Week for me means from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Like I ride to the venue with the dancers and with security. Um, get to the venue, I set up my stuff, I'm available to the dancers. Their schedule is my schedule. So we eat together, we travel together. Their breaks are my breaks, and when they're working, I'm working, vice versa. Or I guess I should say their breaks, I'm available. So timing wise, depends. But that question too, I've gotten a couple people asking, like, I had no idea that a PT is supposed to be on the road with Dancing with the Stars. And a lot of people don't realize, honestly, almost every single singer, band, even like you think of the Nutcracker, right? Things like that. They all usually have some sort of physical therapist that travels with them. So our job is eventually to stay with them at all times. That way, things like rehearsals, or maybe they slept wrong, maybe they walked off of a curb wrong, because that happens too. I had someone come up to me because they literally sneezed and boom, back pain, being over age 30. If you know, you know. So yeah, it's been a really busy week. You would think I'd be used to it because my schedule was 7 to 7, but for some reason 9 to 9, even with a smaller caseload, I feel like I have just been super, super tired. And they're the ones dancing, so it feels ridiculous admitting that. But yeah, so I guess my setup. I am responsible for all of the professional dancers, the swing dancers, meaning like substitute dancers, and the celebrities. So anyone that's on tour, basically those are the people I'm responsible for. So instead of treating 100 people a week, or I would say maybe like closer to 80 was like my usual normal, now I treat like 10 people a week, which is super cool. It's usually kind of quick and dirty because, again, my schedule has to fit with their schedule. So if they need to be on stage practicing run throughs, which has pretty much been every single day, then I literally might have 5 minutes to tape up, address, fix, assess anything that they need. And then they run off, they come back. And during the run throughs, which basically that's like, if you're not familiar with Dance World, with the show, I mean, we've all literally seen the show, like all of us cast and crew members, probably like 20 times now, which it literally never gets old. But my job is to sit and assess choreography. I look for opportunities of things for me to do warm ups for them. So, say if they're doing a lot of lifts, then I might do, making sure that their shoulder stability is in check. Make sure that where they need to be mobile, they're nice and mobile, that they have a good strong foundation. Making sure that everyone's core strength is up to par. Lots of ankle and back and hip and foot in general. Lots of those things that I treat. It just really depends on the day. Like I said, they're humans and they are superhumans because of what they do, because they're literally dancing basically 10 hours of the 12 hours. And when they're doing the run throughs, I am essentially on the side of the stage, which is super freaking cool. Like, I thought being on the side of a stage as a competitor was really cool. And usually, if you've ever heard me talk about it, like I have that moment where I'm in a bikini and heels on the side of the stage, and the music is so loud that you can feel it in your soul. And it's like, oh my God, is this my life? But this is like a whole other type of, oh my God, is this my life? Because I grew up as a dancer, specialized in dance medicine. That's why in the bodybuilding world, I do lots of posing corrections and I use programming to help you achieve the posing that you want, just like I'm doing for these dancers, because our bodies are machines. And it's literally my job with my background and with my sport expertise to address those things. So it's really cool. So, point being, I watch their choreography, look for opportunities. I guide them through a warm up every single time before the show. So, we warm up for about 30 minutes together. So that brings me back to my dance days, just like leading a dance class. So today was actually the first day that I got to lead them through the warm up, which was super fun on a dancer level, on a professional level. And I gotta say, guys, I'm pretty concerned because I am 4 days in and I don't know if I can go back to the clinic to the clinic life after this, because if you're familiar with PT at all or just today's modern medicine, it's like the expectations are to treat minimum 60 patients a week, average of scheduling 80. Some people that are really popular have a lot of standing clients and really busy clinics. They might see like 100 a week. And I've been at literally each spectrum. So, yeah, for my healthcare providers wondering, because I have gotten this question a lot, documentation is not nearly as much of a headache, which is super neat. We take those. I feel like I'm trying to remember all the questions that I got sent to me. Yeah, I guess as a PT, it's just if you're not familiar with what I do, I don't really want to bore everybody listening, but just think of it like you take your car to a mechanic to assess the car and what's wrong with it, and they fix it. Like me, but for people, specifically for dancers and bodybuilders. That's kind of my niche. So, yeah, it's been really, really fun. I love it. Everybody is so nice. Literally, not a single rude person on this tour. No one has a mean bone in their body. Everyone is so gracious and polite. I'm thankful. All of the crew members are really respectful to one another. Everybody knows each other. Everyone jokes around. So it's just so much fun. So, like I said, I'm really concerned because I'm a long game person and I don't really know what life will look like once tour is over, which I know you're like, Shannon, it's day 4, calm down. But it's just, I love it so much and everyone is so nice. And I'm like, I was sitting on the wing today and like watching all the choreography and I was like, I could live this life forever and I would be fine. So check back in with me maybe after we've been on a bus for a month, and then maybe we'll have a different talk. But yeah, so I'll fill you all in on the bus situation when I'm actually on the bus. I only know what I hear might be true, which is apparently it's like a three stacked bunk position. And let's just say, let's pray for my sake, the 5'2" person on the bus, that like I'm not the top bunk because your girl gets a little claustrophobic. And that would be interesting. That would be interesting. So we're going to see. Stay tuned. Someone else asked you about meals. So, yes, all meals are provided. We do have breakfast together. We all have lunch. There's snacks provided all throughout the day. We have dinner. And then after tomorrow, I don't know if tomorrow applies or not, because again, the whole like water situation throws a wrench into things because we don't have water right now. But usually we would have after show food too. So 4 meals a day are provided and snacks. And then on the bus, you have, I'm like, hope I'm not shouting. I'm just like really excited. On the bus, you have bus stock. So you essentially create a wish list, I guess, or a grocery list, and you have runners, which I told Connor this, and he's like, I'm sorry. Do you have caviar with your runners, Miss Fancy? You have a runner? And he's like, you have security? I'm like, I don't have security. The cast has security. He's like, yeah, but you are with the cast. Your schedule is the cast. So you have security. Follow the bouncing ball. I'm like, I guess I have security. Like, so that was weird. That's another thing, backing up a little bit. Like, I had things that I needed for the athletes this week. Like, I needed athletic tape because we had a couple ankles that were rolled. I needed some electrolytes, I needed some Advil, and then just a couple ankle braces to be safe. And let me tell you, I have never had a runner go to the store for me. So that was interesting. I was just like, oh my gosh, what is life? Super sweet. Shout out to Iris. Thank you so much for getting all my stuff and for taking me home tonight. Because it's also black ice and sleet outside because it's literally in the middle of an ice storm. So thank you for getting us home safe. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying before the whole run. Oh, the food. So on the bus, you literally have like a bus stock, which is super cool. So basically, things that you have requests for the bus. So if you really want protein bars, maybe you want, apples and stuff like that on the bus or whichever. So that being said, the other elephant in the room, because I know originally I was going to, but I feel like it's a fair decision to maybe pump the brakes and plan on prep after the show. But I will say these dancers are athletes, and really, most of my meals so far, I've been taking pictures and videos, have literally consisted of chicken, fish, like very clean foods. I know everyone on my bus, because we were all talking about it today, which I am on a cast bus too. My bus, they all like to be pretty healthy and clean. And I do know that we're all planning on going to the gym together. So who knows? I do have my bikini and heels and my podcast equipment, which maybe on the next podcast episode, I'll show you all my luggage situation, because that's the other thing. If you haven't been tuning in, I packed 3 months worth of Shannon things. That includes my podcast gear. I have like a tech backpack in my luggage, all my gym clothes. I packed my PT work clothes, my sleep stuff, my girl stuff in general. Again, packed for the tundra. So I had to bring snow boots. You're not allowed to have your snow boots on the bus. So you had, ooh, don't tell me electricity is going out. If you're watching, I don't know if you saw that, but literally it just flickered. And I'm like, please no. Oh my gosh. It has been a ride, let me tell you. Like, there's been a couple of medical emergencies. Like I said, the whole water situation. It is day 4, people. So we will see. But yeah, next episode I'll show you the whole luggage situation, because I need to figure out how to let one luggage be on the bus. So I think my strategy will be pack a week's worth of stuff in the smaller luggage, because the large luggage lives underneath the Harry Potter sized bus. Because we drove by it tonight and I was like, oh my God, that reminds me of the Harry Potter bus. So We'll see. I will probably, once I do this podcast episode, pack that because I think in the morning we literally have to get out of here like a bat in hell and check out of the hotel, run to the venue. It's the first show tomorrow. They have the meet and greet and all that. So basically, I'm available to them before all the shenanigans starts, and then on the sidelines for every single show, just in case, God forbid, anything ever happens, which I hope it never does. I I don't have children, but I feel like when I'm watching when I'm watching some of these dancers, because like all of us, we all have something going on, right? Like we all have some back thing we've always had, or we have this knee thing that likes to do this clicky thing, or oh yeah, my ankle just kind of does this, or yeah, my shoulder kind of does that. And I've heard it all, I've treated it all, literally all of it is my job. So each one of them, I'm watching as they're about to do a lift. I'm like, like, oh, thank God. Oh, no, no, no. Or I'm like watching people's ankles, or I'm like, ooh, oh nope, tape looks good, tape looks good, we're good. So it's really cool. I think it has like restored my love for physical therapy, and bodybuilding has too. I mean, that's why I invented posing prehab as my program, because I love being able to teach active individuals how to optimize their body and how to be safe, how to modify their gym mechanics, how to look better on stage or feel better on stage, or even people who aren't competitors, because I do have people now that are coming on as just lifestyle clients for me. And I love helping them because honestly, not a lot of us were guided through this formal training in the gym, especially modifying things that feel right for your body, or like how to activate things without compensation, right? Or how to progress things based off the season of life that you're in. Maybe you are prepping to have a child, or you're just getting back off of having a child, and this Instagram influencer is telling you, this is the routine for you, but you're like, I don't know you for sure, or I don't know your credentials for sure. And for me, like I'm pretty humble, but I will say safety wise, yeah, I have my doctorate, so it's very safe and it's very credible. The information I give you, I will never tell you something that I do not know for sure, and I'll never give something to somebody that's not safe. Otherwise, I would not be on the road with Dancing with the Stars. So if you don't believe me, at least take that for credibility, that I am at least trusted by very high performing individuals. So, off of that soapbox, I am just really happy to be here, and I'm just so thankful because not that I didn't love my job, but I don't think I've ever loved my job the way I love my job today. And that is why I'm nervous about what's to come from here, because it's just these people, again, just like healthy individuals that are listening to this podcast, when we're determined and we want to get better and we want to take care of ourselves, we will do anything that the person in front of us is giving us for homework or to do. And because of that, people usually feel better quicker, or they achieve their goals quicker. So, when people invest in posing prehab with me, it's like they are in it to win it. They're good, they're golden, they're committing. Just like if you've ever had a coach and you've paid your coach, well, now your money is invested in it, right? Or if it's your career, like these people, you're invested, so you're going to take it seriously. So, I hope you take that to heart with your 2025 goals. Really invest in it like your money or your life depends on it. But I'm trying to think of what else question wise I got asked. I think one question was something most surprising about tour. I think so far the most surprising thing is how friendly everybody has become so quickly. Like I already feel like I've known these people for weeks. It's just everybody knows everyone's name. Everyone knows my name, which is really sweet because to me, I don't know if you all watch the show Dancing with the Stars. I'm assuming you are, otherwise you wouldn't be tuning into this, or maybe you just think it's cool. But Dancing with the Stars, basically it's these, high level performing pro dancers that dance with celebrities. Well, in my eyes, they're all celebrities, right? They're all amazing. They're all super talented. They're all really nice. And what's cool is not one single person has had any sort of ego or has been too good to address me or ask me personal things. Or so it's just really nice. And all of the crew, I feel like they're also personable. So I would say that's been the most surprising thing, as well as the food. The food I did not expect to be fed and fed so well and so healthy. And it's like the caterers go out of their way to even like decorate their table different every single meal. It's ridiculous. Like I feel like I'm on a cruise, but like PT edition, dancer edition. So that has been so cute. They literally do every single meal. There's like a cute little dessert option. There's vegan and vegetarian options. There's multiple protein options, multiple carb options. There's always salad and veggies and fruit. I mean, there's like a whole fridge where you got all the dairies. You've got oat milk, you've got almond milk, you've got half and half, non fat, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, all the juices, all the sodas. It's like anything you want, it's there. And if it's not there, you ask a runner. And I'm like, oh my God, just like that. So, and obviously nobody either, at least that I've seen, has been abusing that either. It's not like, runner, go get me. No, it's like, hey, when you have time, can you please go get this? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Wow, thank you. So, yeah, I think just overall the attitude, not that I'm surprised about it on tour, but I don't think I would have expected that because to me I'm like, oh, I'm just a human, right? Like I'm just here to work. I'm very much low on the totem pole. I literally got this sweater for free, guys. That's how nice everybody is. Like I merely asked about how cast crew goes about getting merchandise, and I walked away from my PT area. I came back and the sweater fairy came through. And it was like, here you go. Hope the sizing works out. If not, it's okay. And I was like, oh, like, what do I owe you? Nothing. It's like, oh, thank you. Wow. Like, okay. So yeah, I think it's just everyone's just been so freaking pleasant. And that's been really cool. And I don't think I will ever get over the fact that my schedule is their schedule. I think that's also like it's so funny. We all got off of the bus and it was just not bus, sorry, it was a minivan. So we all got out of the van and into the hotel. And it was so funny because yes, I'm riding with these people. Yes, I'm eating with these people. Yes, I'm staying with these people. But there were fans that figured out what hotel we were at and they were there. And I just got to swiggity swooty around because I'm like, oh, I don't go here. Nobody knows me. So that was kind of funny because I was like, hmm. And then I felt really bad because I was like, oh my gosh, like, is that a lot for you guys, like to be swarmed? And that's the other thing. They all genuinely love people. They're like, no, not at all. Like we love taking pictures. They just seem so chill at all times, which is really, really cool. So I would say all those things I was surprised by. Another question I got was most and least favorite things about tour. Most, I would say everything. Everything I said, I think just the job itself is really cool and the people are really fun, really funny, and I just love dance. So I think watching all the routines and getting to see all the costume changes and seeing all the work that goes into the costumes and watching all the transitions and the lighting and every little detail that goes into, something as simple as the podium on stage, filling it with, the stuff. I don't want to ruin anything show wise, but all of the funny humor things and also all the changes that happened literally the day before. Like there were things choreography wise that got changed today. So I think that's something people don't always consider is these people are such creative geniuses. They really take their craft and take it very seriously. And that's everybody, not just the dancers, not just the choreographers, but again, like audio, lighting, everything, just all the creatives involved. There's so many job titles. That's the other thing. It is so nuts. So almost every single person here, they just have a crazy story of where they came from, who they work for, who they have worked for. Uh, Almost everybody working with me has worked with some pretty big celebrity names, which is also just nuts. Someone else dropping like, oh yeah, I work for this band. Have you heard of them? And I was like, do I know who Jesus is? Of course I know who that band is. Or of course I know who that celebrity is. Or yes, I have watched that show. You were costume for them, you were security for them, you were you were their right hand man, you were their runner. Oh my gosh. So that's also just been something that's been crazy is these people could be next to you in Target. You wouldn't know. They could be a runner. They could be Harry Styles security guard. You wouldn't know, but if you talk to them, you would know. So yeah, that's been really crazy too. And again, everybody's so nice, so humble. Um, Least favorite, again, ask me maybe after I've been on a bus for a month. And I will say, I'll go back into like maybe some of my emotions here in a little bit too. I will say maybe the whole living out of a suitcase thing I could see after a while being like, oh my God. And the whole like laundry situation, that's interesting. Um, because you just kind of have to do it at the venues, but there's some venues that you don't want to do, I've been told, because they can be kind of dirty. So figuring that out, and just being away from the people I love. I had a really hard time with that the first 2 days. It seems so ridiculous, but the first day, obviously like travel day, I I cried a bunch when Connor and I left. Like I just I didn't want to go. I was like, the starfish on the glass in Nemo? Like I did not want to detach from the glass. Even though I was excited, I was also just really scared because I've never been gone for 3 months before. I've never worked for such high profile people. I've never been completely alone while working. I've never been the only medical professional available. Like when that medical emergency happened yesterday, it was just nuts because everybody looked at me and I was like, like I knew what to do obviously, but like in a sense, again, if you've never been there before, like at the base of the core there, it can be a little overwhelming because everybody's looking at you right now for an answer of what does this person need? What's wrong? Where do we go from here? Can they do this? Can they do that? What is it? What's the diagnosis? And you're like, they just sat down. They don't want me to touch them yet. um, so yeah, I think all those things considered, like I was feeling super, super nervous. And I am also somebody that I'm very passionate about what I do and I want to do it well. I am very much Virgo in that way. I tend to be a perfectionist. I don't like feeling like I messed up. I don't like feeling wrong. And not in like the argument sense, even though Connor might disagree, but I just mean I don't want to let people down. So I think I was really, really nervous about that at the core. Again, not like consciously really nervous, but I think, everything considered between leaving and all that. I was excited, but I also just had no idea what to expect. And when we do things that make us grow and bring us outside of our comfort zone, that's when we feel super, super scared. So let me tell you, I felt freaking terrified because I've just never done it before. So now on day 4, I'm like, hell yeah. I'm so glad I made the jump. I'm so glad I'm here. This is so great. Like, what a freaking experience. I never want to leave. Whereas 4 days ago, I was starfish. I was like, don't make me leave. No. Yeah. So I think that, and obviously I cried quite a bit. I even cried when I got here because I think it was honestly the first night that I got here. I was alone in the hotel room, and usually I love being alone, but for some reason it was just very much like, oh my God, it's happening. It's silent. What if nobody likes me? What if, we're not friends? What if, like I hadn't met everybody yet? So I was just, you know, I was just swimming along. Anyways, yeah. The first day that I actually got to meet everybody, though, I was very quickly aware how nice everybody was. I'm going to take a drink really quick. For my audio only people. Yeah. So, I mean, everyone was so nice. Like I said, I met security the next day. I met one of the contractors the next day, and everybody was just so welcoming. And that helped a lot. So I didn't cry on the second day, but I did cry on my first day. And usually that tracks for me. I don't know why. Almost every single job I've had, I cry on the first day. Not like at the job site, I wait like a responsible human until I get home alone and then just whatever I was overwhelmed with. And some of you listening, you're like, what the heck, really? But again, I think it just comes from I like to do good. I like to feel good. I like to feel proficient at my job. So some of you can probably relate if you've ever competed before. It's like when you hit that point in prep where you're like, am I even doing anything? Am I close enough? Have I done enough? Do I look whatever enough here? It's just because we care and we can be really hard on ourselves more than we need to be. But I'm trying to think if anything else was surprising or any fun stories that I can tell. Taking another drink while I pause. mm, I don't know if there's anything else that I haven't shared. One person asked about my packing hacks, and if you didn't see my videos, I will say 100% you need to get the vacuum sealer bags. It saved my life, and it is so, see, I don't have, yeah, I'll have to show you guys, like I said, on the next video. It helped so much. So for anybody that's going for an extended period of time, 100% recommend. Um, I think being a competitor and traveling definitely helped me prepare for that because um, I'm so sorry. For my audio only people, I like keep hiccuping or burping while I'm drinking my water. Um, yeah, so I think learning to pack for the show, which let me know if you want my free packing list because I did make that for competitors too as a resource. And maybe I will make my 3-month packing list for people that are looking to go backpacking because I think the Virgo in me made sure I packed everything. So I was already prepared just in case we didn't have water. I literally had body wipes and face wipes just in case. I've got literally a whole medicine cabinet in my bag. Vacuum sealer helped to compartmentalize. All right, this is my gym bag, and then vacuum that. This is my sleep bag, vacuum that. This is my work bag. This is my, we're going out doing normal human things together because tomorrow is actually our day off. So to be continued, because I'm pretty sure with all the water situation, food and coffee places are probably not going to be operable in the morning, and we only have the morning off. So I will either be working out. Actually, no, I don't want to be sweaty. Crap. Like, I don't know. I'll see. I'll see what I'm doing tomorrow, but I will find a place to put my sticker because I did have these cute little stickers made for Dr. and Bikini podcast to subscribe and all that. So QR code. So it says scan to follow my journey with Into the Stars or something like that. So I'm going to put one of those stickers in every single city. So keep up for that. But otherwise, I think I'm going to go ahead and try and do my my camping shower with my water bottle when I get off the podcast and try and repack so that way we can be quick and dirty for our schedule tomorrow. Because, like I said, once we're out of here, we are out of here. And basically, I won't know until the production manager sends me the day list for tomorrow, which basically says all of our times for when you have to load out of the hotel, when you have to be on the venue premises site, all of the timings like meet and greet or when the show starts, which basically for me that means that my warm up starts at a very specific time with them, and then being available for certain treatment slots for them as well as after the show. And then basically I don't shower or get ready until I'm done treating, and fingers crossed I'm able to do said shower and brushing teeth, toiletry things before we have to get on the bus, because it's very strict on the timing of when you have to get on the bus and drive to the next city. So I'll make a video of that, and I'll be posting my video of today's shenanigans very shortly. But otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in to my first video on the road. And if you are listening to only audio, that's okay. I still appreciate you, but I apologize. None of my hiccups or drinking moments were edited out of this podcast because this is Road Shannon. So thank you so much for tuning along with the journey. And please submit any questions you have, any stories that you have, and I will share or answer any questions. But otherwise, that is it for now. So I will talk to y'all later. Have a great week, guys. Bye.